Caught Stealing is the latest movie from Darren Aronofsky, and while it may not be his best movie, it is by far and away the most fun movie he's ever made. And it could be because it's based on a book written by Charlie Huston, so we didn't have quite as much input on the story itself, more so the execution movie-wise, and that's where a lot of this movie shines. This movie stars Austin Butler as Hank, who is a somewhat down on his luck or down on himself ex-baseball prospect who's now living as a bartender in New York in 1998, who gets stuck in a mob mix-up because of his neighbor Matt Smith. Him and his girlfriend Zoe Kravitz get dragged into this whole new world, this whole kiss kiss bang bang chase adventure. And beyond Butler, Kravitz, and Matt Smith, the cast of this movie is unbelievably stacked. We get Regina King, Action Bronson, Liev Schreiber, Carol Kane, and Vincent D'Onofrio, among many more. This cast is crazy. I have no idea how they managed to make all of these schedules line up, but it really paid off. Caught Stealing might have story structures you've seen before. It might have tropes that you're tired of, but what it does have is that gas, man, that sauce. It's so much fun. I did a review of Highest to Lowest a while back, and I mentioned that there's about an hour stretch in the middle where the movie is just kicking. There's even a similar chase scene on the New York subway. This movie is like if you took all the best parts of Highest to Lowest, you added in the unbelievable chemistry of Austin Butler and Zoe Kravitz. They pop like crazy, man, along with great performances from all of our supporting cast and so much style from Darren Aronofsky that this movie totally overcomes any of the flaws it may have to be a really enjoyable watch. There was a good portion where I thought this was just going to be a fluff movie where it was going to be all style, but there's plenty of substance here too. Austin Butler's character goes through a character arc, a journey. He grows, he changes throughout the movie in a way that is believable even in this wacky story. One of my first thoughts walking out of the theater was, oh my God, this movie could do for Austin Butler's career what Fight Club did for Brad Pitt's. Not that this movie is as good as Fight Club, it's not, but Austin Butler puts on a movie star type performance. He has so much charisma, but also brings a lot of depth to the character, to the performance. I was kind of down on Austin Butler after Elvis. Not that he was bad in Elvis, but I didn't love the whole I can't stop doing the Elvis accent thing. I thought it was really goofy, but he is so far past that now. He has grown so much as an actor in the last couple of years, and working with filmmakers like Denis Villeneuve and now Darren Aronofsky, that's going to help you grow as an actor, and he's done that. He has taken advantage of those opportunities, and he's so much better now than he was just a few years ago, much less the Aliens in the Attic days. Hank, played by Butler, goes through a series of events where his life gets worse and worse and worse, and bigger tragedies keep happening to him, around him, maybe because of him, that finally it forces him to confront what he's been running from his whole life, to confront some major regrets that he has in his life. Of our supporting cast, Regina King and Liev Schreiber put in, I think, the best performances, or at least the ones that impacted me the most. Vincent D'Onofrio was really good as well. There's one actor in here, Nikita Kukushvin, who plays this Russian mobster who's this little short violent guy. He's little man syndrome if he was absolutely terrifying and could fuck you up. He doesn't have the most lines, but the physical presence he brought to the movie was awesome. Really impactful. Whenever this guy was on screen, you were a little scared despite how little he was. So great on you, Nikita. I haven't seen you in anything else, but I hope to see you in much more because you were fantastic. Matthew Libatique is our cinematographer here, and he's a longtime partner of Aronofsky. He did Black Swan and Requiem for a Dream with him, and he's on his A game in Caught Stealing. There's certain chase scenes, or even the way the camera moves in somewhat normal moments to get across an emotion, to get across the impact of a scene, was great stuff. He was actually the DP on Highest to Lowest, so he kind of had like a little back-to-back performance doing very similar scenes on subways. I don't know whether to credit Aronofsky or Huston for the pacing here, but the pacing was perfect. It was really snappy. The movie wasn't too long, too short. It felt just right, and the way we moved between scenes, snapped on through them, was great, but also in the moment when the movie has a bit of a lull. It's not too stretched out. It's not played out. We spend just enough time wallowing in that low point before jumping into our next action, moving forward in the rest of the movie, and not getting weighed down. My biggest critique is a certain character dies, I felt like way too early. They were giving a great performance, and I would have loved to see more of them, and they were bringing out the best in the cast around them. No spoilers, but someone who dies early on, I wish they didn't die. I would have loved to see more of them in this movie. I think that they still could have been killed off, but just later on. I think it would have been more impactful if we waited longer to kill that person off. But admittedly, for the structure of this movie, for what a certain character goes through, it had to happen just, I think, too early. There is one complaint that's not really even a complaint for me. It's just like a criticism that I could see someone having, is that the story outline, the structure of the story is not the most original, but I don't think something has to be the most original thing ever to be really good or even great or just entertaining. And this movie is that. It is wholly entertaining. It checks off every box for a good time. I'm gonna give Caught Stealing a 7.5 out of 10, or a great time just to go see, go hang out, go watch a very fun movie with a lot of style. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Please let me know what you thought of the movie down below. Please like, comment, subscribe, or follow if you're on the other app. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day. Bye, y'all.